Hello everyone, this is Ronan Blue, and for those that don't know me, this channel is all about how my girlfriend and I just started our financially independent debt-free journey since paying off our mortgage. With my newfound freedom, I talk about how we made it happen, the forms of passive income we have, our thoughts of early retirement overseas, personal thoughts, and general financial issues. Today's topic is on the 8 best reasons to retire to Canada. Stay till the end of the video to see whether this would be your country of retirement destination. Just as a disclaimer, the information provided is a general guide and to be used for educational purposes only. Canada is a beautiful country. Its landscapes with its snow-capped mountains, its wide open prairies, and coastlines that hold some dramatic settings with its architecture of small towns lining them. There will be so many places to visit during your retirement that it will always keep you busy. Whether you decide on staying in a town or city, you'll find gorgeous views of the northern lights, waterfalls, and fun outdoor activities nearby. Number 1. Culture in Canada. Canada is rich with diversity, a multicultural country with ethnicity, religions, and over 1 million people with Aboriginal identity. In 1971, Canada actually became the first country in the world to adopt multiculturalism as an official policy. Because of its diversity, there are many different perspectives on what is considered a Canadian trait. They also have pride in their rich resources and has a deep respect for their environment. They appreciate nature and maintain their parks and follow environmentally friendly policies. They have passions that allows them to enjoy the great outdoors, from skiing and snowboarding to hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing, camping, canoeing, and snowshoeing. They are also known to be some of the most polite, peace-loving people in the world and likes to apologize a lot. The country is vast, however, and they say the traits vary from one province to the next. Number 2. Places to live in Canada. Ottawa, Ontario. This is known as a great place to retire. There are many local conveniences and attractions, having 2 rivers that flow through the city with museums and galleries. There are small communities surrounding Ottawa to visit as well that have their own charms. West Vancouver, British Columbia. This is an international destination for retirement. Its real estate prices are high, but you can always keep active here with all the attractions that brings fun in your life. It's actually considered one of the most livable cities in the world if you can afford the real estate prices. If you can afford a place in Vancouver, it makes a great investment. Its spectacular scenery, temperate climate, and fresh sea air is just an added bonus here. Canmore, Alberta. This place would be a mountain village nestled in the beautiful Rocky Mountains, very close to the famous Banff National Park. It's a lively, friendly town with a laid-back atmosphere and a popular place from which to explore the Canadian Rockies. It's surrounded by majestic mountains and beautiful alpine lakes. There's also a wealth of sporting activities here as well. When you get your groceries and step out of the store, there's a ring of mountains around you. Kelowna. Kelowna experiences 4 seasons, but the winters are usually mild and summers are hot. There is the Okanagan Lake, where there are many water sport enthusiasts. The summer brings boaters, kayakers, paddleboarders, and swimmers. You can enjoy the best of the local beaches by the lake. Number 3. Food in Canada. Poutine. This would be one of the many gems to come out of French Canada. It's a peppery meat-based gravy with curds on fries. It's delicious with freshly made fries, perfectly crispy, with fresh cheese curds cut into small pieces, and well-seasoned made from scratch gravy. The hot fries and steamy gravy gently melt the cheese. Canadian bacon. Unlike traditional bacon, which comes from the pig's belly, Canadian bacon is lean pork loin that's been rolled into a cornmeal. It's more like the ham than the smoked strips of bacon that most of us are used to. It's much leaner than belly bacon and comes in rounded slices rather than strips. Canadian pizza. This isn't like American-style pizza, and the toppings are more inventive than traditional Italian-style pies. It's a thin crust pizza with Italian salami, chili flakes, cilantro pesto, tandoori tofu, mango, caramelized onions, and so on. This pizza is loaded. Number 4. Things to do in Canada. Winter sports. You can try skiing or snowboarding. All the major cities of Canada are all within an hour or 2 of some of the finest ski resorts in North America. It may become one of your favorite things to do in Canada. Head to the water. If you're an outdoor enthusiast, there are plenty of things to do in Canada. You'll never be far from water here as well. It's a country with the longest coastline in the world, as well as the most lakes. More than half of the world's lakes are in Canada. Go camping. You can pack your car and gear and find any spot next to the lakes and check out the star constellations. You can then go hiking and combine it with your camping trip. There are some great country that provide some amazing terrain for hiking, especially in the Canadian Rockies. You always have somewhere to walk, something to climb, and someone to meet and share the time with. Hang in there, you are halfway through. Watch for some more great points coming now. Number 5. Cost of living in Canada. The cost of living is high in Canada, compared to the other countries I've done reviews for in Western Europe, Latin America, and Asia. But there are significant differences in the cost of living between rural areas and major cities such as Toronto or Vancouver, which can be very expensive. There is support that Canada does provide towards the cost of health insurance, which I'll talk about later, and education at public schools as well. Around 35 to 50% of your income will be towards housing and utilities, including rent or a mortgage if you choose to buy, heating, electricity, phone, and water. Around 15% of your income will be spent on food. You'll be spending more on clothing as well because of the Canadian winters. Rent costs in Canada vary across different cities and regions. The highest rents are in large cities like Vancouver and Toronto, increasing the closer one lives to city center. Expats renting an apartment outside the city can expect to pay lower rents. But here's a breakdown of the average cost based on Numbeo. Average meal, inexpensive restaurant, $11.68, between $9.34 and $15.57. Average meal for 2 people, mid-range restaurant, 3-course meal would be $49.64. Average basic electricity, heating, cooling, water, and garbage would be $112.03, between $54.51 to $194.68 per month. The internet on average would be $56.23. The average apartment 1 bedroom in city center would be $970.33, between $622.97 and $1,479.55. The average apartment 1 bedroom outside of city center would be $774.17, between $545 and $1,168 per month. The average apartment 3 bedrooms in city center would be $1,574.81, between $1,012 and $2,491 per month. The average apartment 3 bedrooms outside of city center would be $1,252, between $856 and $1,946 per month. Number 6. Buy property in Canada. Buying property in Canada might be a good time at this time, especially with the tax cuts and the US dollar having strength, giving more buying power. Canada is a politically stable, low-risk, safe place to invest, and it is open to foreign investment. While there are some provinces that do have limits on foreign ownership of land, in most part, they are open to foreign real estate investors. There are no taxes on buying property in most of the provinces in Canada. There are taxes when you sell, however. You can even get mortgage financing in Canada. But you can always live that good life here just by renting as well. Number 7. Healthcare in Canada. Canada has a universal healthcare system that is publicly funded. All Canadian citizens and permanent residents are eligible for health insurance in Canada. It's made up of provincial and territorial health insurance plans. Hospitals, doctors, nurses, and equipment are all covered by the government, and the services are provided to all residents based on need and not on ability to pay. Expats may have to wait before being eligible to use it, however. But these waiting periods could be covered by temporary private healthcare insurance as well. They say that the waiting period for coverage is around 3 months. Number 8. How to live in Canada. You can apply for permanent residency. You need to choose a province you'd like to live in first and apply. Permanent residents are entitled to healthcare coverage and could work, study, and travel anywhere in Canada. You can't vote though. The Canadian government also defines permanent residents as living in Canada for at least 3 years in a 5-year period. There are further details, and if interested, just go to the Government of Canada website for more of it. It's apparently a challenge in becoming a citizen in Canada. You need to live in Canada for at least 6 years. There is a fast-track system of immigration called Express Entry, depending on how skilled workers transition into a role in the country as well. Your time in Canada needs to stay relatively consistent, and you need to provide your income tax filings and be able to provide 3 years worth of tax returns in the 5-year period leading up to the date of your application. You need to also pass a language test, mostly just conversational, and send along written documents with your application. but a citizenship officer will determine whether you qualify or not. You need to also know some Canadian history as well, and write a quiz. To mention as well, there's also the US-Canadian Income Tax Treaty of US expat taxes in Canada as well. Pension distributions are generally taxable by the resident country and at a maximum rate of 15% by the country in which the pension distribution arose. But a foreign tax credit may be claimed on the US return for Canadian taxes imposed on Canadian-sourced pension benefits. If you're planning to live in Canada, you'll be living in one of the most geographically and demographically diverse countries in the world. And there are so many things to do in Canada. Canada is huge. They accept more immigrants from around the world than any other Western nation. For people from the US and the UK, the legal requirements for living in Canada and gaining acceptance are relatively straightforward. With the US dollar strength, many expats find that the cost of living in Canada is much lower in comparison to their native country as well. It's also a land where healthcare is free as well, and the people are very friendly. Well, tell me what you think of retiring in Canada in the comment section below. If you like this vlog, please don't forget to give me a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell for more of my content here. Thank you for watching my vlog. I hope you have a great day and see you soon.